What's up, everybody? My name is Jamie. Welcome to my channel, and today I'll be talking about Josh Levi's debut album, Hydraulic. I was super excited when Josh announced that he was dropping his debut album this year. I've been following him since he did the remix of Don't They with Normani, and the music has been great. I've been enjoying it. He's been that R&B artist that I've been looking forward to, and that many people should be looking forward to, because he literally has all the elements that people have been wanting from an R&B star. He can sing, dances, and he also writes his music as well. He's involved in that too. So he has all the things that people would be looking forward to when it comes to an R&B artist. And I'm just ready for him to have his moment and shine. And now that the debut album's here and it's fire, after listening to it, we gonna break it down. We gonna break it down. First, the album cover. When I first saw the album cover, I immediately thought of Normani's Dopamine. They both have the same aesthetic. It's black and white. They both dealing with machinery. She on a rocket, he in his little car, broken apart, moving around with the skirt marks. But yeah, there's a lot of synergy between those two projects, artistically and sonically and stuff like that. And I want to touch on that a little bit more later in the video. But that's immediately what I thought. I'm like, this is reminding me of Normani's Dopamine, and then listening to the album and seeing, the Houston flares and influences on there. I'm like, yeah, there's synergy there. There was a moment was supposed to happen that didn't. We'll get to that later in the video though. Second, let's get into the singles. So there was 3 singles released for this album. The first one was Feel the Bass featuring Beam. The second one was Don't Go, and the third was Hold On. So let's kick it off with the lead single. When I first heard Feel the Bass, I wasn't feeling the bass. I wasn't feeling the song. I didn't like that song whatsoever. It felt so random to me. It felt too Travis Scott. It really felt very left field. I'm like, where are we going with this project? I was very opposed to Feel the Bass. But when I heard it on the album, I don't know, something clicked. I liked it. It grew on me. I was just like, wait a minute. I was like, okay, I'm feeling the bass right now. I'm feeling the bass. I'm messing with it. And the reason why I like the song a lot more on the album, after the album's released and dropped versus when it just came out by itself, because it makes so much sense as to why he made this song and why it's a part of this album. It just started to click. When Feel the Bass comes on this album, it's literally the climax of the album. We're on the roller coaster, we're going up and down, there's all these different range of emotions, and Feel the Bass comes out and it's just boom, 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 feel the bass, boom, the bass. And then it had the little when the bass was hitting, it's like you're in the car and it's like bam, bam. I sound like a damn sheep, but when you hear the song, it sounds like you're in a car and the bass is rumbling through. So it just really added more excitement and amp to the album. So I appreciate the song a lot more, and I fuck with it more after seeing how it connects with the album. It kind of reminds me of when I was listening to Tinashe's last project. The name is escaping me right now. Oh my gosh. Because it's not Baby Angel, it's the one after Baby Angel. And she had No Sleep, and she released that as a single. I'm just like, what? Why is that a single? Why? But then when I hear it on the album, I'm like, I get it now. I get it. It's clicking. It's clicking. Especially after hearing the following song, which is Crash Out featuring my girls. Feel the Bass makes so much sense. So I appreciate the song a lot more now than when it first came out. The second single, Don't Go, now that's a different story. When I first heard that song, I'm like, we're back in business. You know what I mean? We're back in business. I mess with that song. That song goes. And my favorite part is the mother niggas can't hold her. She like a kiss of Stone Low Kelly Rowland. That is such an earworm. I will literally occasionally say that throughout the day. I'll be at work singing that line because it's just so catchy. I'm like, that's a clever fire ass line. So I'm over here enjoying the song. I'm thinking, I think the people gonna mess with this one. Meanwhile, on social media, you know how Twitter be. They dragging the song. They don't like that he danced in the music video. They saying it's a ripoff of Chris Brown. They saying like it sounds like an Empire soundtrack song. I just feel like I was in a Twilight Zone because I'm like, y'all don't know what y'all want. Y'all say y'all want R&B songs to be more upbeat, danceable, not so moody, not so drab, not so sad. Mildly clean. It cuts a little bit of song, but if you have the clean version, it will still go too. So you know what I mean? The things that y'all asked for, and now it's corny, it's empire-ish. It's like, y'all don't know what y'all want. Like, I swear, being an R&B artist has to be so discouraging because the R&B fans, R&B community, they just don't know what they want. Like, it's just so ridiculous. Like, it's always something. They're always nitpicking. I go in this topic a little more in depth in this short that I did. It was about Chloe. There was this person on Twitter saying how this is why R&B artists are missing their spark. They want to be involved in every aspect of the music. And it really irritated me because it's like, y'all will literally sit here and complain about how R&B artists, they don't write, they don't sing. This is why the music is bad. But then here she go complaining about the opposite. So in that video, I go more in depth on how R&B fans are just so contradicting. They don't know what they want. If you're interested and you want to really dive into that little topic, go ahead, click the iCard and click the link in the description and check it out. And then the third single was Hold On, and oh my gosh, that is my song. I literally been having that song on repeat. Oh my gosh, I love how he interpolated 1 in a Million by Aaliyah. I love how it's vulnerable. It's telling a story. Like, it's just such a solid song. Like, maybe hold on, hold on, hold on. It's so good. It's such a good song. Third, the album. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I really love how I'm not bored with this album. Start to finish, no skips. No skips. It literally goes from start to finish. I really appreciate the vocals, the production, sequencing, which is a lost art, sequencing, okay? Like, there was a lot of thought and craft put into this album, and I love it. Especially when it comes down to the concept being a hydraulic going up and down. It definitely feels like that. 1 minute, lit, energetic, horny. Next minute it's depressing, sad, reflective. Like, it's waving, going in and out. Like, you're really going on a journey when it comes to this album, and you just feel very engaged. You don't feel bored. Another thing about this album that's great is that there's not a lot of features. There's only 2 features, Beam and Flow. And I really appreciate that because I feel like when it comes to today's music, people want to cram in 100 features, and that's such a bad thing. Especially when you're a new artist, you're an up-and-coming artist, you want to make sure people understand who you are as an artist. They understand your sound, your style, and like what makes you stick out. And I'm so glad there's not too many features. Like, you really get to hear him, you get to hear his vocals. He doesn't feel drowned out. There's no other people like taking away shine, or, oh, I'm only gonna tune in because such and such is on here. You know what I mean? You're tuning in because it's a Josh Levi album. You're tuning in because you want Josh Levi's music. That's a very important detail that I'm glad that they, kept with keeping it on the minimum, because it's very easy to get tuned out by other artists because it's taken away from what the album is trying to tell, the storytelling, the music, etc. And I'm always finding like another aspect that I like from the album. Like, the more and more I listen to it, the more I look into the lyrics and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot that went into this album. Josh definitely did his homework. Nothing was missed, and I really do appreciate that because we live in a time where people want to be lazy. They want to take the cheap route. They don't want to put in that work. And no, Josh said, I'm going to put in that work. I'm going to make sure you see all the quality I put into my work so you can love it. And it's something that can live on, because we're in a strange time where people just don't care. I'm looking at you, Timbaland. Oh, I got smoke for Timbaland. That sidebar, but now it's on Timbaland because he's like my all-time favorite producer, and I just cannot believe the bullshit he's doing with this AI crap, with that AI artist. That's just a whole nother thing, because it's like I have to really get on him about that, because it's like, why are you doing that? Why? Why? Fuck Timbaland. Fuck that shit. Anyways, back on that. Basically, Josh is putting that work, you know, because you having someone like a GOAT, someone who's seasoned, who's just like, I done gave up. And you having the up and coming like, man, why do I gotta try? Look at the Timbaland. He ain't trying. But Josh said, I'm gonna put in that work. I appreciate that because a lot of people are getting very sloppy, very lazy, and I'm tired. I want quality. This is quality, and I fuck with it. Now to get into my favorites on this album, and I got plenty of favorites. You already know I fuck with Don't Go. You know I love Hold On. But my absolute favorite song on this album is The Room. That angsty, moody ass song, it clicked for me. The moment I heard it, I knew that was gonna be my song. That was gonna be my favorite song on this album because it just goes. Do I completely relate to what he was singing about? No. But do I understand the feeling? Yes, I do. I do. I've had so many freaking moments where I'd be frustrated and just pissed and like, ah! And it's like, this song just captures that. I'm just like, well, damn. Did I write the shit? It really captures that. Like, oh my gosh, I really do love this song. Like, it's just amazing. It's amazing from start to finish. Like, I mess with it. And I really do see the vision for this song because I could see it in like a movie scene, TV. You know, you have the boy, he's over here like reminiscing about his girlfriend, his ex. He's just like, why this fucking bitch had to do me like that? And he's all mad and stuff. He's trying to move on, but he can't. Like, I could really see a TV show taking advantage of this song, like using it, like it. Like, I really do see it. Like, a music video for this would be fire. Would be dope as fuck. And then my second favorite song on this album is Crash Out featuring Flow. I knew when they linked up for the tour, they were gonna hook something. Like, there's no way you're gonna invite him as a special guest and not do no music. They did music and we got Crash Out. I'ma make it crash out till you tap out. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl. That song is crazy. We got another dope feature from Flo. Second best, because you know their ultimate, their best feature is still Hide and Seek. Do you know what gives me the pleasure? When there ain't an audience, you act like you know better. Curtains closed, but still let me know. Oh. So I mess with Crash Out. That song goes. Another thing that I like about Crash Out is the beat. Like, it feels a little grungy, dark, metallic, like that. It's that. Like, it sounds like slightly like metal scraping. Like, I really do like the production. The production on this album is a major highlight. Like, production was A1. They did they shit. Other songs that I also love and are also my favorites are Say It, Name on It, and Care For Me. Say It is just classic R&B. Say It is that song. Like, it would be crazy if they didn't release it as a single. I could really see this being Josh breakout single. Like, it's all written there. Like, the song is golden. It's amazing. And then Name on It is so good. Got to put your name on it, oh, name on it. Sit down, put your name on it. And it has his best background vocals. Like, he was going in with the background vocals for that song. I know he had fun singing because, like, I'm hearing it, I'm just like, damn, this is fire as fuck. I also love Care For Me. The first half is cool, but it's really that second half. Oh my gosh. I love the second half. Let me see if I can remember the lyrics. God, it feels so wonderful. Oh, it just, and I think he did like a little effect where it's like he kind of sped up his vocals a little bit. Like, it hit, like, you know, he had a little effect to it, but it hits. Like, I really do mess with the second half of that song. Really, really good. And I can't forget to mention Birthday Dance. You know, it was on the last EP. We had to bring it back. We had to give it another moment. it's a bonus song, but Birthday Dance is really, really good. And also with a lot of the other songs on this album, it's that early 2010s production influence. Like I'm like even with Say It, Birthday Dance, there was one more song on here that really reminded me of that. But I'm just gonna stick with those two songs at the moment. It really reminds me of early 2010s R&B. Like I really mess with that. Like when I first heard Birthday Dance, it immediately clicked for me. I'm just like, dang, this feels so nostalgic, but it's like this is the early 2010s R&B bag. I'm just like, okay. That's what I really love about the production. It feels new. There's still some like nostalgic vibes with it, but it feels very like him. It feels very Josh Levi. Like that's what I really like about the production. It's really good. Like they did their thing with the production. Like I can't get over it. Like I really love the production. It's definitely like the biggest highlight when it comes to this album. And to conclude this video, Hydraulic by Josh Levi is one of the best albums I listened to this year. I haven't even listened to much albums this year, TBH. So I'll just say the best album this year. From start to finish, it bangs. There's no skips. It's amazing. I really appreciate the amount of effort and detail that went into this album with the vocals, the production, the backgrounds. Everything was A1. Everything was fire. I really love it. I'm also proud of Josh because he's been in the entertainment industry since 2009. You know what I mean? He may be new to a lot of people, but he's been doing this for a while. So to finally have this album out and to see the amount of time he put into developing and perfecting his craft, it really shows. It doesn't go unnoticed, and I really appreciate it. Especially because people, you know, they're always like, who's gonna be like that next male R&B artist? Well, there goes Josh Levi. He right there. He can sing, you know what I mean? he just dropped this dope ass album. You know, people are wanting and searching for that, you know, that next go-to R&B artist, male R&B artist. They're there. You have people who still want to be on this whole like, oh my god, R&B is dead. These kids, they're horrible. They're not sticking to the standards and all that stuff. And he's literally doing everything that y'all want. So go and support, go stream, go buy, go support the music. Make sure y'all give this album a listen. Alrighty, future me here. What up? I forgot to add like the whole thing I was talking about when it came to Josh Levi's Hydraulic and Normani's Dopamine. I just feel like in a perfect world, let's say if Normani actually wanted to push this album, you know, it came out 2024, his drops 2025. I could like, you know, see a cultural moment where like they have like a co-headlining tour, because both of the albums are very similar sonically. Maybe even some like wardrobe performances together. I just feel like because of how everything is structured, we're really robbed of having iconic moments and moments that we could look back and like, remember when this happened? When it comes to the current age of music, not even with just, you know, them doing something together, just in general, I just feel like artists are not getting the best that they should be getting. I feel like I'm rambling. I don't really have my thoughts together. I really want to explore this idea further, but listening to this album and how great the music is, and just knowing that it won't get its just due or appreciation because of how everything is set up is really annoying and really frustrating, because as a consumer, I'm always coming across these conversations like, oh my gosh, R&B is dead. These R&B artists, they're not really delivering. They're not giving their all. Why can't I just go back to the early 2000s? It's like, they are there, but the current industry is not supporting them. And matters are much worse when shows like the BET Hip Hop Awards getting axed, Soul Train Awards getting axed. So it's like platforms that would have been for these artists, R&B artists, hip hop artists, they're not there no more. Like the platform that would have been for them to really, you know, promote and push their music and have a home for them. None of the corporate bullshit. No, they don't have to put on for the white audiences. They're being slashed, they're being cut. So it's just really frustrating, really annoying. And I just feel like this album, and don't get me wrong, he's doing everything that he's supposed to do. He's been promoting it. He's been doing like the interviews and stuff. One of the interviews he did that I love was with Terrell, where he sat down and did a live review of the album. So he's doing his thing. I just feel like the way everything is set up just generally compared to how, let's say, the industry was in the 2000s or even in like the 2010s. It's so different, and it's just robbing artists. It's not servicing artists well. So that's pretty much a little thing I wanted to touch on when it came to that. Just to sum up everything, industry got to get these shit together, because it's not helping the artists. As much as they think they're doing something for the artists, they're not. They need to get it together. But that's a wrap from Future Me. If you haven't listened, what the hell? What the hell are you doing? How have you not listened to Josh Levi's new album? Get to listen to it. Support it. You know what I mean? And if you have, what are your favorite songs? And if you're a long-time Josh Levi fan, what are your top 5 favorite songs from Josh Levi? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know everything about your thoughts on this video. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.